G'day, how you all going? Before I get into why you've clicked on this thumbnail and what I'm going to talk about today, I want to show you a quick track that I did as I was coming into here. I got a bit carried away coming into this location and I'll tackle a really cool steep hill. So I'll pop that in now, check that out, then come right back and I'll talk about the features of the FJ that I really like and some you may not have heard of. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed that little clip there as much as what I did. Definitely got to work it up and down that hill there with the camera, and I can feel it in my legs right now as well. But the first thing I want to talk about on the FJ is this little grill bit at the front. I often get asked about that grill and what it actually does, and you know what? It does absolutely nothing. It's actually fake. Doesn't lead through to anywhere under the bonnet or assist with any cooling or anything like that. It's just a feature. So when they did the prototypes of these, that was something that did have on the bonnet, and I think obviously people enjoyed it and liked it, so they left that on. But I have seen people fit thin light bars in there, so yeah, that little grill at the front there does absolutely nothing, but I reckon it looks pretty cool. It breaks up the blue on the bonnet as well. Alright, so you can see along the side of the FJ here, this is the second thing that I really like. I don't have any side steps currently fitted. Maybe down the track I'll look at getting some sort of steps or a slider or something like that, but that's not what we're here to share with you today. What I'm going to share with you is this plastic moulding along the bottom here. So by not having steps, which obviously protects your car and that a lot as well, this bit of plastic along here, it is quite rough underneath from stone chips, you know, just general off-roading, and even on bitumen roads you always constantly got little stones and things flicking up, hitting the underside of your car. But this plastic moulding was, you know, a few cars probably have it. I can't think of any off the top of my head, so if you do know a car that does have that, let us know in the comments down below. But this here definitely protects it. Under there it's, you know, like 120 sandpaper. It's nice and gritty where it's been copping a bit of a hiding and protecting the paintwork a fair bit. So yeah, that's the second point right there. And something else I just thought I'd add, I just noticed it while I was just filming that little bit of overlay footage there. A blob of mud on the guard there, on the flare. So that's also plastic. So you can see how well that works right there. So if this was like a good painted surface, that definitely cops a beating from any wayward rocks. Another benefit with the FJ for off-roading is the short overhang from the rear. I don't know the exact dimensions of how short it is, but it is compromised by a little bit of a lack of storage in the back. But yeah, this even here, I've still got the tow bar in from my last camping trip where I took the camper trailer only a few days ago. So that's still in, and I've just tackled that track and it didn't even touch the ground once. So this rear departure angle is definitely a big plus, particularly when you're going through ruts and over big erosion mounds, etc. that's cut in a lot of tracks. And no, I don't normally go four-wheel driving with my tow bar in the back of the car fitted at all. Okay, so it's time to move inside the FJ now to share a few things in here that I quite like. Now this one here, it's something that I don't use all the time, but when you're on those long trips and the sun's beating in from the side of the window there and you have that really annoying spot where the sun's almost set and in your eyes, etc. It's this sun visor here. So that sun visor there is totally separate to the front one here. So I'm guessing the reason for that is because of the shape of the roof. It's fully fixed and works really well. It's I don't know how many other cars have that either. Much like this plastic trim on the side here. I don't know what has that, but that works really well. Alright, so something else I'll show you from the interior that I really like, and it's not the colour-coded interior, and those that didn't know, whatever colour the exterior is, you have that colour on the interior of your FJ. So if you've got red, it's red, blue, blue, white, white, etc. But what I'm going to show you today is what I also like, is these big door handles. So you can get your whole hand around it. So if you're parked on a hill or leaning down, instead of having a little finger grip door handle, which sometimes can be hard to grab, you've got this big round thick handle here, so you can just pull that closed. Even if you've got gloves or anything like that on it, really easy to grab and very user friendly. So it's those little things as well. Like I said before, I keep mentioning this little bit of plastic here, but it's some things that you don't really think about when you're buying an FJ, but after driving. Righto, so this one's a little storage compartment. It blends right in with the dashboard. Now it might be a little bit tricky to capture here, so I'll drop some footage over the top and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. But right on top of the dash here, there's a little button. You push that, and there you have it, little storage compartment. So you can put whatever you want in it, you know, all your obvious things, phones and wallets, etc. But yeah, it's just really handy. It just blends in with the dashboard. It doesn't, you know, look ugly or anything like that, or an afterthought. It just flows in with the dash, and the dash on these is quite deep as well. So earlier I was talking about the size of the grab handles on the inside. Nice and big, and get a good grip on it to close the door once you're leaning out of the driver's seat, etc. Now these outside door handles, they're designed much the same way. So you can get your hand right around those, and it does open up nice and smoothly with just does a simple click, and the door's open. A lot easier and a bit more user friendly than the old ones where you used to put your fingers under it and pop the door open like that. But yeah, get plenty of grip on the handles there. Now I spend a lot of time in the bush, and even my work, I spend a lot of time out in these sort of environments. And I just heard a little crack from over the other side of the camera there, and a massive limb just dropped out of a tree. Let's call it 20 or 30 meters from where I'm standing. And there's not a breath of wind today, so yeah, whenever you're out and about, just pay attention and have a good listen around what's going on around you. So pretty much just as I reached to stop recording, I heard the tiny little crack, and I looked up, and down came the limb, and it's off in the bush there somewhere. So yeah, always got to be paying attention. One good thing about this blue FJ, it hides the dust really well. This thing's covered in dust from the last few weekends away, and I just looked through the screen there on the camera, and it looks shiny, so I guess that's a good thing. Now, if I had the camera facing this way 2 minutes ago, I would have actually captured that limb falling out of the tree there. But that's all I'm going to share with you with this video on the little features of the FJ. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you've got any questions about the FJ, any questions about our camping setup, whether it's swags, my rooftop tent on my camper trailer, or places, locations, guess that's the same thing of what I do and where we get up to, please comment down below and share this video around. There might be some of your family and friends that might get something out of it. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Cheers. The limb's just in here. It come out of there. It's just in there. Alright, so I'm just out filming a quick video after work, and I somehow ended up just tackling this quite steep track. It's dry, but it's really slippery and dusty even to walk up. But that's not what this video is about.